All right, here's a story that everyone needs to pay attention to because it affects a certain segment of the population, but really everyone as well outside of that. You all can help. Today is National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, and the battle against AIDS in the African American community is one of the biggest healthcare crises facing this nation. Consider this. Even though black Americans make up about 13% of the U.S. population, they account for nearly 50% of the diagnosed cases of HIV and AIDS. And that's why we bring in Bambi Gaddis. She is one of the people on the front lines. She takes South Carolina's only mobile outreach van to the streets, reaching out to the community to help stop HIV/AIDS. And she is a 2008 CNN hero.
Our goal is to be in the community. Testing at a nightclub, we're there when young folks are out.
It was my first time, very first time. I'm glad I did it. She takes time to explain things, actually break it down.
When people that are scared see a place like this, it might make them want to go in and get tested.
Bambi joins me now from Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us. Apparently Bambi can't hear. Bambi, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Okay,
yes, I
thank
can.
you so much for joining us. How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great.
All right, good.
We've had a great...
Yeah. So we see what you do, and you know, I spoke to you when you were nominated for Heroes, and congratulations on that, by the way. When you go out in that van, in that mobile unit, what's the response from people who might otherwise not even know about this or may not have it on their radar?
You know, there was a time when we first got started with the mobile unit, which is funded through the Centers for Disease Control, that people were afraid. But we have learned to start our relationships with the community before we go in with the mobile unit, and it has turned out to be a phenomenal way that we've been able to reach people who typically would never come in to get tested.
And you, obviously...
they are...
You call it a crisis here. It's a crisis, especially among African Americans. It's a crisis many segments of the population, African Americans, but women. I spoke to you about a book I read, a young lady named Marvelyn who heterosexual, got it from her boyfriend from unprotected sex, and the number of people like Marvelyn growing, and it is a crisis.
We are deeply concerned about two populations. Certainly our young people, 18 to 24, particularly young African-American males. We're deeply concerned about the increasing rates that we're seeing. But even more...
so then what do we do? Because, you know, last time I talked to you, we talked about this stigma that especially the African-American community and maybe even the Latino community have about this disease. And it's something that you don't talk about. You don't talk about it in church. Your advice on this, on saving lives?
The direction that we've taken to not only save the next generation, but older women who are becoming infected, is targeting the faith community. And Project Faith, which is fostering AIDS initiatives that heal, which is funded through our legislature, has created a momentum in our state where we are engaging the faith community, and they are now becoming the Marines, as you will, who are now doing frontline work in our communities, and they're making a phenomenal difference in how we're reaching out, how we address stigma and the attitudes and beliefs that really, unfortunately, are quite dated, because who people think has HIV is no longer the case. Yeah,
Dr. Bambi Gaddis, thank you very much. And I just, real quick, there's a website that she wants us to go to. It's called www.livingquilt.org, and you can see stories of people, get some information. We appreciate you going around in your mobile outreach van. You are indeed a hero, and we thank you for making a difference in everyone's lives.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.